Good day, everybody. I hope you're having a really good one. This is Tracy Brown, your somatic dietitian and attuned eating specialist. And I'm talking a little weirdly because I have two deer 20 feet from right in front of my face. It's pretty cool. And they didn't know I was here because I was just kind of quietly sitting here and getting ready for the video and drinking some coffee. And here they are looking at me like, why are you talking? So, good morning, Mary. I've got two deer staring right at me, about 20 feet away. It's really, really pretty cool. So that's why I'm talking so softly. But anyway, let's get into the video. It's really pretty cool. Anyway, so I want to talk about compassion, and this is the week of compassion, and every day we've had some resources and talks about that. And I know, Mary, it's really cool. They're both really, they're not overly scared, but they're a little like, I don't know if I'm going to hang out. So it's kind of a little clear yard area in front of me, and then to the left are some palms we didn't clear, and so they're creeping over in there. So anyway, they're moving on. But I want to talk about this thing with when we are on our own journeys, recovery, diet trauma recovery, is that there are always going to be people around us that are going to be not doing what we're doing. It's pretty much always going to be there. I wish I wasn't so confident in that statement. I just think that every decade that goes by, the more of us there are, and the more solid that voice is that there's going to be a bigger pushback against it. But that's okay, because the stronger more and more people get, honestly, the more kind of insane the pushback is going to be, that we're going to recognize it more clearly. It's not going to be as subtle. I mean, there's always been the subtlety. There used to be like this overt diet, calorie counting, very, very, very obvious. Like, oh, this is a calorie restriction plan. This is a good thing. The more the science is out there, the more people are obviously saying, well, no, we've had a lot of side effects. There's been a lot of fallout. Now things obviously have been more subtle, with these programs that eliminate certain food groups or try to eliminate, I don't want to name all the names, just, we all know what they are, lifestyle plans, basically, wellness diets. We know what they are. And so they're more subtle and trying to be more insidious, but it's still there. We still know that the same consequences and side effects apply. It's just that now there's just more complex things that kind of recover from. But whatever, is that they're out there, I know they're out there, and that's going to continue. And so what do we do? What do we do when your best friend or your spouse or your boss, or there's a weight loss challenge at work, and people are going to ask you to either participate or support it, and of course you're going to have a no, right? The boundary is going to be, no, I can't do that, I can't participate, it's not good for me. And one of the best things we can do, it's one of the hardest things we can do, is have compassion for yourself, that you are not doing something wrong if you're not going to participate, if you're going to say no. I know that if I do that thing, whatever that program is, no matter how even rational it sounds, you know that you can't go back there. That you burn that bridge, we can't go back. It's hard though when you're in a room with 20 people and they're all doing their thing and they're all like, oh, this is so great and everything's going so great and this is amazing. But that we have to stick with the compassion of, I know if I do that, all those consequences. I've been there, done that, and I can't suffer through that again. So we have to have compassion for it. It feels a little lonely. Even though if you do these videos, you don't have to be alone, and you have to reach for other places. So we have to have compassion for ourselves. That's just kind of the only way to stick with what we know is good for us. The other part of that is, if you're in a household where there are dieters and they're going to want, you're kind of part of the food prep, or you're part of just being in a relationship with somebody you really care about, and they're wanting to do a certain thing and they want your support. The conversations have to be, I get it that you feel like this is something you really need to do. But I can't be a shorter cook of 3 different meals. It's just too much. It's too stressful, and it's kind of triggering. The most compassionate thing you can do is not try to you know, actually attack them or attack yourself, but it's just like, I need to do this thing. And, you know, there, you have to have compassion. There's certain, and I care about you. And how is it that we can navigate this without you feeling like my lack of participation in your diet? It's not about judgment. It's just about, I can't go there. That it just will hurt me too much. I can't go there. Doesn't mean that I don't love you. And so it would be nice. It would be ideal if everybody in our lives, like, oh, intuitive eating. Oh, we're not going to bash bodies in front of each other. Oh, we're not going to talk about food, good food, bad food in front of any of the kids. We're not going to do those things. And they're like, okay, yeah, that'd be great. Remember that there are going to be people that aren't going to fully ever get this. There are going to be people who are just petrified by this that you're doing. And their fear and their anger is coming from a hurt too. And but I just always remember personally for myself is that people are people. Whether they have like this maybe authority that we don't have, like going to the doctor. You know, I don't personally have any angst against even providers who are fat phobic. I know that we are all educated in the same fat phobic, icky system, and that personally, even if you educate, like, say, a provider or professional, and they're like, nope, 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 I can't hear that. I can't hear that. I think that's wrong. It's not okay. I can't giving. It's not that you're doing something wrong. And so that's what we want to kind of land in eventually, as long as it takes. So if it takes you as long as it takes to get there, that's totally okay. And having that much compassion is immense strength and immense power. And that's the kind of power I want to walk around with. And so I'm encouraging that in you too. So I hope this video was helpful. It takes some time to get there, and people might ask, well, how do I do that? It's like, well, it starts with you. It starts with you having compassion for your food needs, no matter what they are, no matter how different they are than what you think they should be or other people think they should be. It's having compassion for your body, that all the experiences you've ever had with lack, with fear, with trauma, with tweak with, and we can go on to the next level. So thank you all so much for watching. I know I had some connection issues today, so if it kind of froze or blipped or whatever was going on, I could tell something was happening. I know it was recorded. So if you have any other things to bring to the surface of what you're noticing as a block for your compassion, please tag me and we'll keep talking about it. So until our next video, I'll see you soon. Tomorrow there will be actually some short prompts for you to be thinking about, and then on Friday is our compassion Q&A. Tell me more, what's going on for you, and we'll kind of wrap up the week around so Monday was your own personal food and body compassion. Today was compassion for the fact it's so much easier to focus on compassion for the truth of what's happening versus like, yeah, you're right, it would be so much easier if everybody could just be on board and get it together, but we actually have to have compassion for the threat that you being kind and loving to yourself no matter what presents. And then Friday we're going to talk a little, just kind of bring it all together, bring it all home, but I want to talk a little bit more about another level of compassion for ourselves, especially health-wise. I think that's really important because it's really easy to knee-jerk and freak out and, oh my gosh, I gotta fix something. And basically trying